there, folks. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees, as you well know. Welcome to Southeast Louisiana. All right, folks, we're on the way to Livingston Parish. Well, we're actually in Livingston Parish already. It's the 17th. I just got done working bees. It's 95 degrees. It is hot and humid and miserable, and I'm tired. Anyway, I'm out to go check a swarm trap. That's right, a swarm trap. I never keep them out this late. And I'll tell you why I did it. I'm going down there the other day. I went sometime in May, and I rebaited it. Usually I'll take them down in May. I'm not worried anymore about catching any swarms, but I did want to get one for Rodney and also another one, and people were catching late swarms, so I says to myself, let's just leave it up. So I rebaited it. That was like the second week of May, or maybe the first week. Well, last week, which would be what, the 11th or the whatever, the 10th, I decided to go out there and take it down. That was the one where I caught Rodney's little baby swarm, the little swarm, smallest swarm I ever saw, and this trap is just a few feet away. I just left it up for the heck of it. Well, I went out there last week, just say, let's just go take it down. It's done. I got nothing to do that afternoon. I'm gonna ride out and take it down. So off I go to take it down. I get out there, I walk up to it, looking at not a bee to be found, walk to the truck for something, go back to it, and get ready to grab it and take it down, and one scout bee flies in it. One scout bee. Excuse me, that's it. One scout bee. So I said, why don't you just leave it up? People are catching late swarms, they can't hurt. There's a scout. So I go in and I decide I put some lemongrass in and some swarm rustler. That's on a Saturday afternoon, late. Put a little swarm rustler in there, spray. And Tuesday I get a call from the landowner saying, hey, I was just riding by with my mower, cutting my little trails around there, and man, a couple of those bees seem like you wanted to get after me. You got a bunch of bees in your box. Really? So that was just this week when he called me. So I figured we're gonna go out and check this thing. Again, I don't usually leave them out this late. I ain't gonna tell them what's in there. I don't know if it's small. Feral colonies, though, usually you don't see them swarm this late. They're done. They swarm either early on when they get a February flow from blueberries and pears and blackberries and all, and they'll make those, February, March, April swarms, and depending on how big they are, and then that's it. They swarm out, they requeen, they load their nest, and they're ready for winter, so you rarely see them go. But there's no bees out here, no beekeepers I know of within miles of this area, so that I know of. But I've never seen them in the years I've been catching swarms out here. Let's go see what we got. See if it's of any size. This season is so weird, but isn't that what they do? They keep us on our toes. They don't ever want us to get comfortable. They're always going to throw something new at us. So anyway, off we go. Oh, folks, the deer flies, they're all over me. The horse flies. The heat is miserable. Y'all get that? Like, anybody that has been watching me knows over the years, that's all I talk about, how bad the heat is. You think, well, man, you're from the South. You always have to complain about the heat? Absolutely. I 100% understand snowbirds now, swarm birds. I understand snowbirds. I might become one in reverse, heading north for the summer, coming down here for the winter. So folks, besides horse flies and deer flies or yellow flies, whatever you want to call them, we have bee flies. Look at here. Now, I'm getting buzzed already, but normally these bees down here are not bad. I've never had really mean bees from here. Bringing in pollen. Well, nothing more to really say about that. That's bees in a box. It is the 17th and we've got a swarm. That's pretty amazing. I've never caught a swarm that late that was feral like that. Usually the boxes, the first few years I swarmed, put out swarm boxes all the time. I would keep them out late, and never had any good success after May. really mid-May. So that's why, you know, mid-May was when that was the cutoff. Never had anything after that. So year after year, after my first couple years, I began to take them down. By May, mid-May, you know, I would take them down. Whatever swarm you did have wouldn't be much, but that looks like a pretty good, you know, swarm. I really can't tell just how big they are, but remember, I don't usually catch big swarms here. I never have. I always put them on that tree over there, and I never catch big swarms here. But I've never caught a swarm as small as we caught and brought to Rodney's place, but that thing exploded, which these bees here are good bees. This is a good strain of bees, so I'm not sure if Rodney's ready for a second one. I'll check with him. If not, I'll take it home and I'll do it. But well, good morning, folks. It's the 24th of June. It's actually a cool morning. It's only 68. Very excited about that. We're gonna run out to Rodney's and put that swarm in a normal Langstroth hive. I went last night and picked it up Friday night so that we could get it over there. He's busy with stuff. I'm busy with stuff, so I took it over last night after dark so I could get all the bees in there. Quick and easy, didn't take you long. It was dark, you wouldn't have seen anything. I spun the dial, put it in the truck, drove it 10 miles, dropped it off, opened the dial, ran, and now we're going back to put them in a box. Well, all right, folks, we made it out here. We're gonna go through and transfer this swarm really quick. Let's move these bees. Hopefully they're gentle. They usually are from this location. And then I'm gonna go take a look through his other hive. This is that hive we did the follow-up on, and you can see boxes stacked. It is booming. That little itty bitty tiny swarm has come along. And I know that box is full of crazy comb, but it's all honey. It's heavy. And they're putting honey in those boxes. That little swarm came along great. So let's take a look at this one and we'll see what we got inside. See how big it is. They're hauling pollen right now. Man, you got some good stuff around here. There's Rodney. He's ready to roll.
Hey, I just seen one going there, had it on him.
He's now an official beekeeper. He's got 2 hives.
Yeah.
No, I think you're official once you have 1 bee. All right, let's get in this and see. They're already bringing in pollen from their new location, so they've already oriented on this morning and found some sources of food. And of course, they're not gonna bring it in while I got the camera here. That's all right. You can trust me. I know they were mad last night, but I was surprised they didn't come out at us when we opened the dial up. Now there were starter strips in here. All right, so I'm gonna move this out the way and let you put that one there. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this colony now. It's only been in here about no more than 2 weeks. Wow. And it's a good colony.
Yes indeed, that thing.
We've been seeing large swarms late, and they've built all those starter strips down, it looks like. Let's see what they've done in here. Now I used 2 frames of foundation and 1 starter strip on this. Let's see how well they built this comb. They have not been in here that long. And y'all must have got a really late flow because the bees. Look at that. Starter strips worked good. Gonna look for our queen on here. Double check on this side. I'm gonna put this one a little bit toward the outside since it's already an outside frame. All right. Let's see. And see if what I did when I'm talking about starter strips, I put wax strips across the top, and some of these were old frames that had wax across the top already, and so they built straight down normally. So yeah, some of these weren't all starter strips. Some were just wax frames where the old wax was cut out, and they went ahead and built it on out. So we'll look right here. Let's see if we see her.
Got a lot of bees in it.
It does. Putting in drone comb. See if she got the eggs in there. That's honeycomb. So this is all honeycomb, and the way you can tell is it's big cells made for like drones or honey. They use drone comb for honeycomb because they're larger cells. They like to store a lot of honey. They bring honey with them, but we gotta watch to make sure they got food. These are ones you probably have to feed because
I'll be putting it on them. I'll give it to them, see for sure.
It's a nice colony. A lot bigger than what we put in here on that. They built this frame all the way down.
4 times many bees than the other.
Yep, and they got honey in the top of it. And they're not moving much on it, so I doubt the queen's on this one. But you see that comb is still moving. Don't want to flip these frames. Let me look here real quick. We got any eggs in here? Yeah, larvae. So this frame's full of larvae. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it with that, but it's full of larvae. So she's probably. I always get good bees out of that location. I'm telling you, it's a.
Big boy, you need to warm. You don't belong.
Oh. Yeah, that's one of them giant cicada killers. Those are pretty cool. This is old Pierco frame here. Golly, it's heavy. It's got some honey in it. Now this one was a drawn comb I put in here. It was all raggedy. They've already repaired it. And they're starting to build comb underneath. That's how fast they're growing in 2 weeks. It's definitely. Oh, look at this brood. That's a nice brood pattern. Nice flat. I'm telling you, I always get good bees out of there. That big open spot is because that was where they rebuilt some comb. But other than that, she filled everything up. Look how pretty that brood pattern is. Golly. I don't know, they may need a second box of frames the way they're growing. This is our only. This frame was in bad shape. And they've. Wow. Where is that queen? This one's full of nectar. There's our only piece of comb we're going to have to cut off. She might. Did I just see her down there? Yep, she's in the box. I see her. Yep, she's down in the box. She went down in that corner down there. She's down in that corner. Cut that off and then just take it and just give it a shake. Look at that nectar coming out of there. Golly. Alright, so we know the queen's in the box. We saw her, so we got to get her. Right. She went down in that corner. So we got to get her out of there. Yep, there she is. Oh, let me get her. Where's she at? She's moving it. Let's get her. Yep, I got her and a bunch of bees. I couldn't get her because she was in the corner. So there she is. Yep. She kept running to the corner, so. And then running up under a bunch of bees, so I just stuck the cage down and grabbed a bunch of bees with her. We're just gonna let her right back in. We're gonna set it right here for now. It is, man. This is a good little colony for so late as morning. Still clean that mess out. I got them going. Yep. Gotta find the ones that got that heaviest amount of wax on them. Yep. I don't know where they came from or where they got these frames, but they definitely were cross-combing your stuff. So, but these might be different. Because I did pull some of mine out to give y'all when I sold these, because she didn't give me enough. And so since they, it should be 8 frames. It's an 8-frame box. So that's a nice. Looks like a really light Italian-looking queen. Let's let her go. Come out, so we'll let her on out. There she went, down in her hive. We'll put a lid on it, feed them for about a week, and then they're gonna be ready for another box for some space. So yeah, there you go. That's for his mason jar. This is the garden mason jar. And that's it. The swarm. Wow, what a swarm for mid-June. Incredible. Incredible. Definitely going to start feeding them into that 8 frame. He's going to have to be careful and watch them. Don't want to push them out. But at this time of year, if he just feeds them into that single and then leaves them for the goldenrod, I think they'll be just fine. And they'll overwinter down here just fine in that 8 frame single. And it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to see how well they do. But yeah, I'm pleased with that swarm. Wow, what a swarm. I couldn't get the queen. I was reaching down in there and she kept going in the corner of that box. She's a slick one. and then she'd get under a bunch of bees. So I said, you know what? I just grabbed a cage, put it on top of a gob of bees that she was in, and pulled her out. I was done chasing her into those corners. So all is well, all is well. All right, folks, so you saw the inspection. I think it went really, really well. What do you think about it, Rodney?
I'm tickled. I think it went well. I mean, they being bees, they doing their thing.
That's right. We're gonna call it a day, drink some water, and I gotta go run a whole bunch of errands. So, and I gotta go check out a removal. Yep, you heard it here, a removal. I'm gonna go check it out. I don't think I'm gonna do it though. All right, guys. Well, look, it's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike. I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and may God bless you. We'll see y'all later.